Please remember that you have 3 minutes in which to speak, and I do have some requests to speak for public comment, and I'll begin with Barney Barnett.
Good evening. My name's R.A. Barnett. I go by Barney. Thank you. And the reason I'm here this evening is we would like to have a short letter to update your support of the Metrolink station in Highgrove. And it doesn't need to be a resolution or anything fancy, just a real short letter of support, because the original resolution of December 13th, 2001 is going to be 8 years old here very soon. And hopefully we can get a short letter supporting this location. We're looking at, if this letter isn't received, then there's a chance that there may be just 2 destinations with the new Metrolink service on the Paris Valley Line. That would be between Riverside and Paris. So we're looking at the benefit of the region, and that would be including Grand Terrace and the surrounding communities. We would like you to look at the destinations also of these existing trains. There are trains now, commuter trains between Riverside, San Bernardino, and eventually they want to put a train between Riverside and Paris. With a station at Highgrove, it would benefit Grand Terrace because it's only about two and a half miles from the intersection of Barton Road and Mount Vernon to the Highgrove location. And there are existing trains. I'm not going to go into all the benefits or drawbacks of the last 8 years that we've had, but we have received some recent support from the University Neighborhood Association, which is near UCR. They have reconfirmed what they had a long time ago. And the reason that we need the update is because with this paper trail that we've had for 8 years, we want to be able to go to the Federal Transit Administration and possibly to our federal senators and say, this project is demanding or asking for $220 million, and we need to make sure that this money of our federal money is spent to benefit the region. I'd like to say also happy birthday to Grand Terrace. I lived here before it was a city, when it became a city, and after a city, but we still live in Highgrove, and we think this would be a very good thing to have for Grand Terrace and the whole region. We have some very prominent people here that signed this petition. Please pay attention to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barney. Gene Carlstrom, who would like to speak regarding the Highgrove Metrolink station.
My name is Gene Carlstrom, former city councilman of Grand Terrace, address 12034 La Crosse. I come up to speak on behalf of the Metrolink station that might be possible in Highgrove. I had the privilege of serving on Sandbag for our city during my tenure as councilman, and that was when the Metrolink had its inception. We voted to buy the first route, which was the rights to run over the Santa Fe line from San Bernardino to Los Angeles at a very hefty figure, which really shocked me at the time. I think it was something like $200 million. And then I also voted on the first station that we purchased in the city of Montclair. I second the motion. I didn't make the motion, but I seconded that. And then I also voted on giving the order for the first cars that were produced for Metrolink that were built in Canada. So this went right along with my service to Sandbag. At that time I envisioned a station somewhere between San Bernardino and Riverside that would serve our area here in Grand Terrace. Now, if you've been up and down that track, you'll understand that the most logical place for that would be Highgrove, because of the way the tracks lay and the possibility of getting a train to stop and building a station that would be very usable to our city, as well as the upcoming developed. So anyway, I would recommend that we get a letter off to, I think it's RCTC, Barney? And the Federal Transit. Yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Tony Petta wishes to speak regarding the Metrolink station in Highgrove. Name, Tony.
Tony Petta, 11875 Eaton Drive, Grand Terrace.
Thank you.
Mayor Foray and member of the council. Barney Barnett is a crusader. For 8 years, except for Barney, this project would have gone down the drain, but he has a determination and he's staying with it. And there's no question in my mind that we'll make it. Now, one of the biggest benefits that I see is that we will have the Metrolink station in Highgrove, and our seniors who want to go to the beach won't have to go very far to drive to the Metrolink station, get down there, come back, get back in their car, and come back here. So it's absolutely favorable to our community. So we were before you for this letter, and you said yes. All we want you to do it is repeat it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I have a request from Hugh Grant to speak regarding the Metrolink.
Good evening, Hugh Grant, 22560 Eaton Drive, Grand Terrace. I came here tonight to encourage this council to reaffirm its previous action declaring support for a Highgrove station to provide Metrolink service to this part of Riverside and San Bernardino County. It's my opinion the high number of residents, both now and in the future, will truly benefit from this reasonable access to commuter transportation between Riverside and San Bernardino. Again, I also echo my comments of the previous speakers regarding Barney Barnett. Some people look upon him as Don Quixote jousting at the proverbial windmill. I see more to it. I think that he will persevere, and at least I hope he does.
Thank you very much, Hugh. Our next request to speak is from William H. Addington, and it is also in regards to the Metrolink station in Highgrove. Welcome, Mr. Addington.
My name is Bill Addington. I am at 12055 Westwood Lane in Grand Terrace. Longtime resident of Grand Terrace, interested in all the things that happen. One of the disadvantages of getting up after three very good speakers have already beat me to it is they've said almost everything that's important, and what I say will probably be redundant, but it doesn't need to be. I spent some time with Mr. Barnett. I had not met him previously, and went over some engineering plans and gave him my take on some of the things that I thought was going on. And I left my meeting with Mr. Barnett realizing how much homework he has done, how much time he spent. Very technical. It's hard to believe that he wasn't an engineer or a transportation expert, and I think he is probably at this time. But it is really important to Grand Terrace, Loma Linda, Highgrove, Southern Colton, to have a station on the what I refer to as the Santa Fe main line at Grand Terrace. The opportunity is there to do it now or in the near future. If that opportunity passes us by, it won't be available at a later date. At this time, this is the time to act on that. I've looked at site plans and I've read information, and I think that the site that they have is certainly well located, and if there are any problems, they're problems that could be mitigated. I don't think they're really extremely challenging to good engineering talent. So I echo the things that I've heard, and I'm glad to add my voice to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much.